Really try to fill up the lungs on the inhale and squeeze it all out. I'm going to start with, it's Durga Pranayama. It's 3-part breath. So you think about filling up your lungs from the bottom to the top. So the bottom, and you inhale, then bring it to the middle, and then to the top. So there's 3 parts. And then when you exhale, you empty it back out from the chest to the ribs to the lower belly. So think about just filling up, inhale. You don't really stop, and it'll become more fluid as you do it. So inhale, 1, 2, 3, and exhale, 1, 2, 3. A couple times, just thinking about where the breath is going and emptying, 1, 2, 3. So practice that for about 5 breaths. You can either be breathing in and out through the nose, or in through the nose and out through the mouth, either way. Finish up this last one. And then bringing your chin to your chest, your eyes are closed. Bringing your hands behind your head, interlace them so the thumbs are at the base of your skull. Just letting the weight of the arms help lengthen the back of the neck. As you inhale, lift up your chin, fan out the elbows, gaze towards the sky. You can keep your eyes closed though. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, open up. And exhale. Inhale, open up. And exhale. All right, this time inhale, open up and turn towards your right knee. And then as you exhale, bring your chin down on that side. Inhale, rise back up, arc all the way over to your left knee. Chin to chest, let the elbows fall. One more time each side. Inhale, arc all the way over, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Coming back to center, inhale, and release the hands to the knees. I'm going to do some circles. So through your waist. Start leaning towards your right knee, coming around. So we're going clockwise. Close your eyes. Shoulders can get involved. And then next time you come to the top, let's switch directions. So just get a little bit of movement here. And then coming up to the top again, bring the eyes to about half mast. And I'll have you come up over into your tabletop. Knees together. Hands as wide as the mat, and organically moving in these big circles. You can keep the toes tucked, get a little bit into the middle of your foot. Deep as it feels good, noticing where you're tight, what doesn't feel exactly right. couple more breaths here. And then finding your way into an aligned tabletop. Wrists are under the shoulders, knees are under hips. And we'll try and practice the Ujjayi pranayama. So that inhale in through the nose and the exhale through the nose. So as you inhale, you open up your body. Tailbone to the sky. As you exhale, soft to the lips, through the nose, around the back, chin to chest. Inhale, slowly peel forward. Exhale, round. Inhale, open up. Exhale, round. One more, biggest jet. Inhale, ribs, front ribs reach the mat. Exhale, round. And then neutral spine, and we'll work the fingers and the wrists a little bit. So flip the fingertips towards you. You can rock or hold. Bending the elbows, get into the fingers. And releasing maybe onto the tops briefly. Roll out the wrists. All right, in this tabletop, keep your left hand planted. Make sure you're stacking your joints, shoulders, elbow, wrist. Inhale the right arm high. Rotate the wrist and the shoulder. And inhale as you open through the right shoulder, and as you exhale, thread it underneath, palm up. So we're coming to thread the needle. Your right palm is up. You can keep your left hand where it is for stability, or if you want to add it, you can add the left hand high. You're going to flip the palm and bring the back of your hand over towards your right hip crease. If you can't quite get your hip crease, you can grab onto your pants, your waistband. And then go ahead and release the left hand back to the sky if you brought it to the bind, and then back to the mat. Inhale the right arm high and bring it back down. And then we'll do the other side. So right arm is in alignment. Inhale, left arm high. Roll the wrist and the shoulder. And thread the needle, palm up, sink onto the left shoulder. Again, you can keep the right hand down or extend it towards the sky. Flip the palm, back of the hand, looking for the left hip crease. Found the bind, release it to the sky, back to the mat. Inhale, back where you came, left arm high, and then back to downward facing dog. We're going to move into spinal alignment. So extend the right arm forward, thumb up. All right, draw your navel in and extend the left leg back. You're going to flex the foot or the toes. Again, hug in through the midline. Inhale. As you exhale, bring the elbow to the knee. So you're sort of rounding the back here. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, elbow to knee. 3 more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, elbow to knee. Hug it in. 2 more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, lengthen. And elbow to knee. All right, bring your right hand down, extend the left leg back. Again, make sure that you're not dropping the belly. You're going to bring the left leg to the side and then to the floor, probably off your mat. And I'm going to turn towards you so you can see me. So your right knee and right hip are in a line. We're going to do gate pose. Inhale the arms up. Bring your right fingertips to the floor and open the side body. So the left palm is down. Spiral the left ribs towards the sky. Get as long as you can from the left toes to the left fingertips. And on an inhale, come back up, lengthening both sides of your waist. Bring the left hand either to your thigh or your shin, and we're going to open the side body. So don't let the right shoulder drop. You're just opening through the side body. And one more time each side. Inhale. And exhale, fingertips to the floor, lengthen. Inhale, back up. Left hand down and open. All right, this time, point or come up to your left heel. Drop your right shoulder now and bring the hands on either side of your left foot. So we're just stretching the hamstring. Lengthening the chest on the inhale. Exhale, fold. All right, come back to tabletop. This time it's going to be the left hand extended and the right leg. Okay. Line up the joints. Inhale. Exhale, elbow to knee. Hug it in. One more. Inhale, lengthen. Elbow to knee. 3 more. Inhale, lengthen. Elbow to knee. 2 more. Inhale, lengthen. Elbow to knee. Last full one here. Navel's in. Inhale, lengthen. Elbow to knee, round the back. Place the left hand down, but extend the right leg back. Hug in through the midline, right? So the belly's nice and tight. Bring the right leg to the side. And then to the floor. Again, I'm going to turn for you. All the way up you go. Inhale. The left side body's in one line. Left fingertips to the floor. Open it up and we'll hold here. Get as long as you can. Fingers to toes. And up you go. Inhale. And hand to shin or to your thigh. Side body. Roll the ribs towards the sky. One more time each side. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, fingertips to the floor, open. And up, inhale. Hand to the floor, or to your shin. And then coming to the heel of the right foot, drop the left shoulder, folding over the right leg. So both your hands are on both sides of your right leg. Inhale as you find length. Exhale, fold. Releasing back to tabletop. Tuck the toes under and walk your hands back so you're sitting on your heels. Clasp, interlace your hands, press your palms towards the front of your space. Inhale, bring the arms up. And then release the hands behind you, reclasp them, squeeze the shoulder blades, but don't let them come up by the ears. You've got length in your neck. From here, come up to a position where you're standing on your knees, and then flip the toes back over so your toenails are down. Sink your hips to your heels, and then maybe the hands fall over the head. Or wherever they are is perfect. Release the hands to the lower back, and then come into child's pose. Keep the hands to your sides if that feels good, and just let the shoulders fall. Moving into your first downward dog today. So coming back, starting from tabletop, you'll move your knees back about 2 inches. Set your hands, index fingers are parallel. If you have some shoulder issues, you can slightly tilt your fingertips out. Tuck the toes under and pedal this out. I always recommend starting this first down dog with a little bit wider stance so you can move a little bit organically. Gives your hips, chest, and shoulders a little more space. And we're just going to go through modified vinyasa here. So finding stillness, inhale to your toes. Exhale, lead with the shoulders, come to plank. Drop your knees to the mat. Bring your hips to your heels. Really pressing the armpits and the toes towards the mat. Then gripping with your palms, come back through, tabletop to down dog. So the hands and the toes, or the hands and the feet don't move. All right, with your breath here, inhale to toes. Exhale to plank. Inhale, knees to the mat. Exhale, hips to heels. Inhale, pull back through, tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog. One more, inhale to toes, use your core here, forward to plank, strong legs. Inhale, drop the knees on the floor. Exhale, hips to heels. Inhale, come back through, tabletop. Exhale, down dog. Bend your knees a lot and press your chest towards your thigh bones. Now release the shoulders away from your ears here. And walk to the top of the mat for ragdoll. I always like this first ragdoll. Feet are wider than your hips. Your torso connects to your thigh bones. Shake your head yes and no. And then pay attention to your feet here. Root down through the 4 corners of each foot. And then grab opposite elbows if that feels good. If that's too intense, just keep the hands on the floor. So any variation here, ragdoll. Yep. Bringing that deep breath back. Whenever we get uncomfortable, it gets choppy again. No tension in the neck, no tension in the eyes, no tension in the jaw. And if moving or swaying from side to side feels good, you can go ahead and do that. Coming back to that center position. Go ahead and let the hands fall to the mat. Let's do a little twist here. So bring the left hand in the center of your stance. Bend the left knee. On an inhale, bring the right arm high. Come back through and fold. Bring the right hand in the center of your stance, bend the right knee. Inhale, left arm high. And with your breath, fold forward on your exhale. Bring your feet either underneath your hip bones or toes to touch. And slowly, one vertebrae at a time, we're going to roll it all the way up. Your chin is the last to come up. And flipping the palms open, shoulders back and down. Inhaling, bring the arms up, mountain pose. Let's Bring the right hand to the side and lift it open to the side. Sweep it back up, inhale. Left hand down, open to the side. Inhale. Cactus the arms, open the heart. Inhale back up. Exhale, forward fold. Now bend the knees as much as you need to. We're just going to do a couple standing sun A's here. Bring the fingertips to your shins. Elongate your spine. Exhale, fold. Flip the palms like you're lifting something heavy all the way up, mountain pose. Open mouth, exhale, open your heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up. Last one here. Open mouth. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Fingertips to the shins, halfway lift. Now this time, plant your hands and step it back to a plank. Just make sure the joints are aligned, and you're going to lower down all the way to the mat. All right, from where you landed, drag your hands back about an inch, and then squeeze the elbows towards each other. Your feet are hip width and all 10 toenails are down. So if you point your toes, the kneecaps lift, so that prepares you. As you inhale, use the mat a little bit and bring the chest up. Exhale, lower. Just experimenting going to a height that feels good and doesn't pinch the lower back. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. One more. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. Bring the hands back up an inch. Tuck the toes. And you can come to your knees. High plank to downward facing dog. As you inhale, bring the right leg high. If you come to the tippy toes of the left foot, then bring the right knee towards your nose. This is going to create space so when you can step through. So if you step through and your foot lands short, just use your right hand to bring your right foot underneath your knee. So we're in low lunge. Your feet are not on a tightrope, they're on train tracks here. And if you have blocks or books, you can go ahead and build up a little bit if the floor seems far away. Keep your left hand down. Inhale the right arm high. Sweep the arm back and then forward. We're going to do a couple of these. Inhale as you open up. Exhale, do that big circle. Inhale. Exhale, big circle. Last one, inhale and exhale. Good. Let's come back to low lunge. Drop your left knee to the mat. You're going to stay on your toes. You can start by just walking your hands up to your right knee. Right? Navel's drawn into your spine. And sweep the arms up. Lengthen up through the side waist. Opening through the heart. All right, shift the hips back. Bring the hands to your heart. Lengthen the chest forward. You're going to hook the elbow on the outside of the right knee. Lengthen from tailbone to head, and then twist. You're working your thumbs towards your heart space. And then pay attention to what your right shoulder's doing. Draw it back down, away from your ear. Inhale, length. Exhale, twist. One more breath. Then bring the hands back to your heart center. Fingertips to the floor. We're going to come into pyramid, so you can shorten up your stance. Once you find a position, draw your right hip back, your left hip forward, and lengthen on your inhale and fold on your exhale. That is Maya. All right, step it back to low lunge. And then bring it both feet together, top of the mat, and fold. We're going to come to Utkatasana, chair pose. Sink the hips, bring the arms up. If that's too much, you can always keep your hands at your heart center. You should be able to see your toes here. Inhale. As you exhale, airplane arms. So you're going to bring the arms behind you so the pinkies reach each other. And you're really reaching, almost if the pinkies someday might touch. Come all the way up, inhale. Open mouth, exhale. Inhale. Swan dive, forward fold. Halfway lift. Plant your hands, come to high plank. Lower all the way down. Inhale to cobra. Exhale, lower. Inhale, tuck the toes. Exhaling back to downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg high. Come to the tippy toes of the right. Hug the knee into the nose. And then step the foot, help it forward. Left knee is over your ankle, feet have their own train tracks. Plant your right hand, left arm high. Be super strong through your back leg. And then bring the left hand back to low lunge. Drop your right knee and walk your hands up to your left. All right, draw the navel into the spine, arms up. Lengthen up towards the sky so you're separating your lower ribs from your hips. Open your heart. Then shift the hips back slightly. Bring the hands to your heart. Inhale, lengthen. Hook the elbow. Lengthen. And then working the thumbs towards the heart space. Soften the left shoulder back and down. Two more breaths. Inhale, length. Don't forget to breathe. Exhale, twist. Coming back to center. Hands to the floor. Pyramid pose. So again, you can shorten the stance. Bring the right foot forward this time. Inhale as you lengthen, and exhale as you fold. Drawing the left hip back, the right hip forward. So if you feel the small of your back, it's flat. Soften the left knee, bring both feet together at the top of the mat, and fold forward. Utkatasana, chair pose. Draw the navel in, inhale. Exhale, open. Airplane arms, open the chest, sink a little bit deeper, lengthen the neck, so think about taking the wrinkles out of the back of the neck. Squeezing the pinkies towards each other. All the way up. Inhale. Cactus the arms, open the heart. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, fold. Fingertips to the shins or the floor, halfway lift. This time, bend both knees. Step the left foot back to come into low lunge. And then just make sure your right knee's over your ankle. Again, left hand down, inhale, twist. This time you're gonna come all the way around to Prasarita. Walk it around. So wide leg forward fold. Make sure your feet are parallel to the edges of your mat. If you need support, you can use a block here. Otherwise, just fold through. So maybe walk the hands under or grab the feet, whatever feels good right here. More breaths. And then walking the hands so they're underneath the shoulders. We're gonna keep the wide leg stance, but come to down dog hands. So walk your hands out, set them in down dog. And then press the weight into your heels as you press the chest between the arms. From here, soften the shoulders away from the ears so you're expanding your upper back. Go ahead and walk the hands back underneath the shoulders. Draw the navel in, bring one hand at a time to your hip. Squeeze the elbows together. And with a flat back, rise all the way up. Bring your feet to warrior two. So it's the right foot that faces forward, the left foot stays where it is, and then bending into the right knee. The right knee is tracking over the right pinky toe, and you can bring the arms up. So your torso is upright. You're not leaning forward. Your shoulders are right over your hips, facing me. Keep the arms nice and strong, shoulders back. Inhale. As you exhale, straighten the right leg. Inhale, back to warrior two. Keep the torso upright, and exhale. Straighten the leg. One more. Inhale and exhale to warrior two. Hold it here. So keep the base the same. Bring the left hand to your left thigh. Flip the right palm. Lengthen up to the sky. And then high five the back wall. You can keep the left hand on the thigh or bring it around to the right hip crease. From here, inhale. As you exhale, straighten the right leg. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend. Last one. Exhale, straighten. All right. Bend the right knee again. Come to warrior two. Right elbow to your knee, left hand to the sky, extended side angle. Pushing the right thigh open as you encourage, the left shoulder and the left hip open. As you inhale, reach up to the left fingertips, then the right. We're in star pose. Bring the hands to your heart and sink. Both knees track over the pinky toes and pause. As you inhale, come back up to star. I'm going to have you come to eagle arms. Right arm under left, right? You can either come to the shoulders or come to full eagle and then come back down into goddess squat. Inhale. As you exhale, reach towards your right knee. And maybe sweep the fingertips on the floor. All the way around. And then we're going to switch directions. All right. Hold the eagle arms. So straighten the legs. Reach the fingertips to the sky. Inhale. Warrior two to the back of your mat. So now it's the left toes face forward, right foot parallel. Right hand to your thigh, reverse triangle, straighten the left leg. Then rebend, come back to plank. Once you find plank, lower all the way down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, lower. Inhale, back up through the knees. Exhale, Adho Mukha, downward facing dog. Couple breaths here, find the length. Bend your knees and look forward. Step to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale your air and fold. Let's come to chair pose. Inhale. Sink through the hips, navel in. Airplane your arms. All the way up. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, cactus the arms, open the heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Bending both knees. This time you're going to step back with the right foot, low lunge. Just make sure train tracks, knee over ankle. Plant your right hand, left arm high. Inhale. Coming back through low lunge, all the way around Prasarita Padasana, wide leg forward fold. So this time maybe grab the big toes, pull down. Two more breaths. Release the hands back under the shoulders. We're going to move into Skandasana. So start by bending the right knee and coming onto the left heel. Okay, set the feet. And then bring the hands to your heart. All right, if your knees are okay with it, you can bring the hands back to the floor and come all the way down so you're on the tippy toes of the right foot. Your right hand and tricep is on the inside of your thigh. As you inhale, you can bring the left arm high, and that's only if you're down. Open through the left shoulder. As you push into the right knee, you're twisting. Bring the left hand back down, and then just pause here. Maybe come to the elbows. The more that you curl the left toes towards you, the more you're getting into the left hamstring. And then transitioning back through Prasarita, and then bend the left knee, come onto the right heel, hands to heart. Again, you can stay right here. You're still feeling a nice hamstring stretch. All right, at the other side, hands to the floor, toes of the left foot, left triceps pressing against the left thigh. Inhale the right arm high. Down, and maybe come to the elbows as you stretch through the right hamstring. And then at your own pace, back and forth. You can use the hands to walk you back and forth. finally finding your way back to that wide leg forward fold, and we're going to do the down dog hands again. Walk the hands out, set them in your down dog, then press the weight back in the heels, press the chest between the arms. Walk the hands back under the shoulders. Navel to spine, again, one hand at a time to your hips. Draw the elbows together and slowly rise up. Turn the toes out. Inhale, star. Okay, this time it's going to be the left arm under the right. So we're coming to eagle arms. Sink the hips. So you don't want to be hinging forward. Okay? Your spine is straight up and down. Knees are tracking over pinkies. Inhale. As you exhale, go towards your left knee. Sweep the fingertips on the floor. It's nice and slow. And then come back to center and we'll switch directions. Inhale. Exhale. Coming back up. Eagle arms, reach the fingertips to the sky. And so left knee's bent. All right, left knee's bent. All right, let's try that again. Inhale here. Exhale, straighten. Inhale. And exhale. One more. Inhale, strong arms like someone's pushing you down. And exhale. Right hand to the floor. Bend the left knee again, flip the palm, reach up towards the sky, high five the back wall. All right, from here, inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Last one, bend and straighten. Come back to warrior two. Inhale. Extended side angle. Elbow to knee, right hand to the sky. Pushing into the left thigh, opening the right shoulder, right hip. Inhale back up to star. Now we're facing the back. Right knees bent. Left hand to thigh, straighten the right leg. Inhale, reverse Trikonasana. Rebend the right knee. You're just going to step it back to plank. Lower all the way down. Inhale, Cobra, Bhujangasana. Exhale, lower. Inhale, back through tabletop to downward facing dog. Inhaling the right leg high, we're going to come to half pigeon. Right knee to right wrist. All right, so if this is not working for your knees or your knees are in pain, you're going to do this in the reclined position. Squaring up your hips. If the right hip is way off the mat, use a pillow over a block. Otherwise, you're going to come to the elbows, making sure the left leg is parallel to the side of your mat. Any variation here. Cross your arms, maybe rest your head on your hands. Notice what your breath is doing. Try to send the breath to where you're feeling the sensation, where you're feeling the stretch, or maybe a little uncomfortable. come back up to your hands and have you fall onto your right hip. Bring the left foot up and over the right knee. If that's too much, you can always straighten your right leg. Okay? From here, bring the hands behind you, behind your hips, and lengthen. Then keeping your left hand down, inhale the right arm high, and start to twist towards your left knee. Then hook the elbow. Okay, pushing into the knee, lengthening the spine, so I don't want you rounded, I want you nice and tall. It's a little harder to breathe when you're twisting. And then gently releasing the twist, we'll do a little counter. So walk the hands on the other side. You can stay right here or plant the right hand and lift the hips, arcing up through the left side body. And then release back down, unwrap yourself, and come back into down dog. Down dog is just the reset. Couple breaths, and then we'll do the left side. When you're ready, left leg high, left knee to the left wrist. You can hold on to your left foot with your right hand, then line up your right leg. Watch your right foot. A lot of times we'll do this sickling in action. Keep it straight. Then turning towards the front, you can set your block or blanket and fold forward. Smooth out your breath, send it to the sensations. Two more breaths here. And then again, come up to your hands. This time fall onto the left hip. Bring the right leg up and over. And again, if this is too much, straighten the left leg. Bring the hands behind you. Find some length in the spine. Keep your right hand down. Inhaling the left arm high, then start to twist and hook the elbow. Hook the elbow on the right knee. Inhaling length, softening, opening through the right shoulder. Inhale, exhale, a little more depth. And then gently start to untwist, counter twist, hands first. And then you can keep the left hand down, bring the hips high, arc the right side body. Back down. Let's just go ahead and come into Supta Baddha, so pads of feet together. Your hands on the ankles. press the knees down. Lift up through your chest. And then cobbler's pose, fold forward. So this, just let the shoulders fall heavy. Let your chin come to your chest. And slowly making your way all the way onto your back. Let's start with just recline Supta Baddha if it's okay with your knees. Bring a hand to your heart and a hand to your belly. Notice the quality of your breath. Hands on the outsides of the thighs, bring your knees together. And let's cross the right leg over your left leg and cactus the arms out so the palms are up and the shoulders are down. Inhale. As you exhale, slowly release the legs to the left. Slowly bring them back to center. Uncross the legs. Cross the left leg over the right. Inhale deeply. And then slowly exhale as we release the legs slowly to the right. Exhale, bring the legs back to center, uncross the legs, Apanasana, one knee at a time into the chest, circle out the lower back, and sending the legs straight up your imaginary wall. They don't have to be straight, the palms down. Letting each vertebrae melt into the mat. And then dead bug, grab the insides of the feet, thigh bones on the outsides of the ribs. And just stay in this position for a couple breaths, really pulling down through your feet so each vertebrae is decompressing into the mat. From here, you can keep the left leg where it is, but straighten the right. Rebend the right. Straighten the left. And come back to dead bug, and then maybe rock from side to side. And then if there's another posture you want to do, go ahead and do it. Otherwise, final Shavasana or any other restorative posture that you feel like doing tonight. This morning. once you do find your final asana, take a few moments to position yourself in stillness. Maybe flip the palms up, reach the relax the shoulders down. Scanning your body from head to toe. Just looking for those spots that are resistant. Controlling your breath. You're just observing it. Observing it come in your body. And observing it as you exhale. Here, just finding any tight, tense spots and seeing if you can soften them with your breath. Finally, find a little bit of movement in the fingers and the toes. And take one more big full body stretch, extending your hands over your head and your heels towards the front of your space. A big sip of air. And sigh it out. Finding one knee at a time. Go ahead and come on to your side body and just a couple breaths there. And it's kind of the last stop, the integration of your practice, the mind and the body experience. And then when you're ready, go ahead and come up to a seat. Seal in our practice for this Saturday morning. I don't know if you guys can hear the jackhammers and the dogs. Everybody's riled up today. Bringing your hands to your heart space. Thanks guys so much. It's so great to see you every Saturday. I can't wait to hug you in person. But it's great to see your smiling faces. Thanks so much for showing up to your mat and practicing with me today. Truly grateful. Bringing your thumbs to your third eye. May there be peace in your mind and may there be peace in your heart. Namaste.